So I'm going to show you how to make a starfish, freeform starfish. Got a 1/16 mandrel using turquoise glass rod, graphite mortar, poking and prodding tools, nice little brass knife, another poker, razor tool, these, my favorites, and a dental pick, dragging. Never know what we'll get into. So I have all of my tools. Move it so you can see all those tools there. I use them, all of them, off and on, all throughout the day when I'm making beads. Hey, you can see me. No makeup day. Almost every day is a no makeup day. I am on a Bethlehem, and stop bouncing around. So what we'll do is we'll start off with the turquoise glass. We're just going to make a cone, a small cone, not too long. There we go. You can see the length of it by comparing it to there. So I'm going to use my mortar to shape my cone. I don't necessarily want a really exaggerated cone where it's hugely big on that end, really small. I want a nice elongated cone because we're going to play up the back end on this. So find a spot that you like on it to flatten. We're going to heat up the back side. We're going to flatten it, not too much because you still want glass between your mandrel and the outside of glass. You got to have a base, otherwise you're going to end up with a really fragile bead. All right. So from here, I'll just make a dent here where I decide that I want my two bottom feet to be, so I can have my reminder of where I'm going. Can you see that dent there? Get it up in there. Okay. Now I'm going to use this top portion as part of the star as well. Oh, tweezers. Tweezers. There they are. Alright, so starting here, I'm going to make a nice X across my starfish. See that? And in here, that's going to be in my long dude right there. It's going to be my top one. It's going to be long there. This is going to be one of the bottoms. And I'm going to go right here and do another right in the middle. A little bit down. There we go. Another X. Right across the body. And see how they all show up as little blobs on the back side there? That's what you're wanting. And just keep building them up around the body. I'm going to actually say that we're going to take this dude, scooch him down a little. That works for me. I'm going to scoot this dude down. There we go. So I can have space to do my top one. So as you're heating, as you're making it, go back to your marver or your desktop, whatever you've got. So I got this from the people who installed our counters upstairs. It's a nice long slab that goes across the top of my bench. Nice granite slab. Or it's quartz, sorry, it's quartz. There we go. Then I just did my 5th line. See his leg starts right there and goes right there. Because I want to take advantage of that top part. There we go. So, see? That's what it looks like on the back. I'm going to heat it up and flatten it again. I think that's the key to keeping your backs looking really good, is just to keep flattening it as you go, so you can know for sure that you have a decent looking back the whole time you're working, and you don't have to go back in and remelt everything and worry about screwing up your designs on the top when you go in and complete it and you put your dots and everything in there. So now I'm just building out the little feet, the pads, the tentacles. They're going to go out a little bit on this one. I'm just going in and filling in the little crevices in there. You can see them. I want them there, but I don't want them so deep that they look wrong, if that makes sense. They gotta look fluid, like it's part of the starfish's body. So you can even heat them up and go in and push some of that glass down in there and see how that looks nice and smooth in there. And this really is a sculptural piece. They're simple, but they are sculpture. You have to sculpt them into the desired shape, what you see for the starfish. Did you see how I did that? I laid it down and I just drug out those tips of those legs. So I'm going to do it again on this one for you. Oh, really, when you just go in, that's driving nuts. That gives me an idea of how much more glass it needs on the tips as well. And those were really short and stumpy. There we go. I just filled in that little crevice. Just a little more. Alright, I'll do that again on this leg. I'll drag it out so you can see. Once I shape it though, because I really want there to be definition in there between that dude and that dude. Again, just sculpting, I'm pushing glass where I want it to fill in the areas to smooth out those little spots there so you can see the dot. I don't like that little hole, the dimple. But I do like definition between my legs. And so I will use my knife to, you know, score some spots so that they can have their own definition. A leg is a leg. Alright. Oh yeah, I was going to show you how I drag that up. Alright, so I'm heating this leg here and this leg here. both the ends, nice and molten. Set them on this thing because I'm dragging these guys out. Grab a spot, drag, grab a spot, drag. See that? Alright, I'm going to add some more glass to these. I like the thickness of these two, and these guys are really short and stumpy, so I'm going to fix those. Not that I'm saying that short is not beautiful, because believe me, I'm short. I'm beautiful, right? You think I'm pretty? I'm pretty. Besides, when you're short, everybody else gets the stuff out of the cabinets for you. Alright, lay that sucker down. There we go. Alright, one more heat on these little tips here. Touching on either side with my knife here to shape the points and firm it up a little bit. Back down on the marver, trying to establish the flat part that you're looking for the back. I'm just using my X-Acto knife to pull it out and coax it into shape there. And the marver to flatten the back side. I haven't made one of these in quite a while, since last summer. Alright, that's the back side, nice and flat on the top of this one. I'm going to smooth out the groove on this dude. Come on. Thank you. a bubble on the back of Stormy Nuts. Pop it. Alright. One last one on this little guy here. It's pointing up towards the sky. Getting down on the ground there. Alright. Now if you want movement, you can see that I created a lot of movement just by poking and pulling and wiggling them out like that with the tip of my X-Acto knife. Got a big hump there. I want to remove some of that glass. Not that it's ugly to have a hump, but I like it a little more shallow. So I'm going to take my little pliers, heat up the top there, grab some, do it again until I'm happy. You can also use that as a design element if you have several different colors in there. There we go. See, now the hump's not so big. Now we'll just do some decorative features on here. It's ivory. Alright. Maybe we want, no, we'll just do regular ivy. So, dots for the top. You can get more exaggerated on your twists and turns on your legs if you do a little more of that sculpting, forming with the razor tool and pushing and pulling, or the wiggle that I did. That actually helps too. You can turn these little points where they go like that, you know, so they create more like a sun look, you know, where they're waving. Alright, dots are on. Just heating them up, heating them down into the glass. I like the ivory on the turquoise, how it creates the little black rings around there. Gives it some definition, it's pretty. So there's that. Ta-la! I'm going to heat it up and give it some sand. It's one of my ways to decorate the back. You can also do more lines or anything, but I like to just add some sand because it's what I do, make the beachy stuff. Alright, you can see some of the sand poking through. Heat it one last time, toss this one in the kiln. Oh, I better sign it. This is my signature cane. Alright, now it's signed. And it's all ready for the kiln. Now I'll show you how to use that bad boy. Oh, it's so cute.